Hi, welcome back to Bedtime with Bruce. I am Bruce. This is Albie.
Hey.
This is our second show of the new style, the new format, the talk show. For those of you that have been with us since the start, welcome back. And for those of you just discovering us, welcome. I thought the last show went pretty well, considering that, it was our first attempt, and we got some good feedback from people. People seem to enjoy it. Tonight, Albie is apparently promoting some sort of relaxing drink. Rockstar Relax.
It's an anti-energy drink.
Smooth.
So if I fall asleep, it's not because you're boring. It's because
Okay.
it's relaxing.
And I'm drinking tea as far as anybody knows. So, what are we going to talk about tonight?
My understanding is pet peeves.
Yeah, we thought we'd have a topic this evening. And pet peeves, yeah. So, we've come up with our own list of pet peeves, and I thought we could sort of maybe go back and forth on that. You start.
Ooh, me. This is going to sound silly. It's a little thing, but it always makes me upset when I see it. When somebody pulls their car way too close to something, like maybe my car in a parking lot to where I can't walk around my car fully because they're way too close to my car, or
Like on the side, you mean?
no, like
in front.
In front. And
Really?
yeah, because it's like that's my space. I own like a good foot around my car, and that pet peeve it like expands to where like even if I'm driving and I see somebody parked too close to their own other car in their driveway, I'm like, ugh. Just makes me
Really?
It's like, yes, I know you know where the bumpers of your car are, and you can get as close as you want, but there's 6 feet behind you too. So why not just,
Okay.
split the difference instead of having to be right on something?
And that makes you crazy.
Yeah. Sometimes it's understandable because you can see those yards with the 3 vehicles that are unregistered, so they butt them up next to each other so nobody can read the license plates.
Sure. Or the repo man can't get to them.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a weird one, but it's something that always upsets me. I have no idea why.
If anybody wants to contact us and comment on that particular pet peeve, bedtimewithbruce@gmail.com for your, maybe someone will have some sort of advice for Albie. That seems pretty mellow, actually. That doesn't seem like a big one.
I have more. What about you?
Okay. This is a big one.
Okay.
This is a huge one. Cell phones in general. I'll break it down to some specifics. I hate cell phones in lines. I hate when if I'm in a position where I have to wait on somebody and I'm imposing on them when it's their turn because they're on their phone. Just a second. Really? There's a line of people behind you. Are you kidding me? You didn't know this was going to happen. You saw that there were 3 people in front of you, and as I waited on those people, it was getting closer to you, and you couldn't wrap it up.
Or say, hold on.
Yeah, I hate that. But I also hate when I call someone on their cell phone, and they don't answer the phone, and it goes to their voicemail, and I start leaving a message, and before I'm done leaving the message, they've called me to see what I wanted.
Yeah, just wait for them to leave a message, right?
Or if it's not important, I understand if you don't want to take my call. I get that. I get that all the time. I understand that. But don't call me right after that just because you didn't want to answer it when I was calling. I mean, I'm talking like seconds. Like, oh yeah, hey, it's John. Beep. Really? Really? Hi. Yeah, what'd you want? Or you get yeah, someone called me from this number. Yeah, I just called you. I'm leaving you a message right now. If you'll just hang up and let me finish leaving the message, you can find out what I wanted, asshole.
Or what could be worse is when you leave that message and then they ask you what you want and you have to repeat yourself.
Yeah. I'll say, you know what? Listen to your message. Grow the fuck up. I also hate when people, when they have that obnoxious, like any sort of obnoxious ringtone, and they don't answer their phone because it's rude. Oh, I'm not going to answer my phone. I'm in the store. Well, then fucking shut it off. Like, why does it have to? Why do we have to enjoy your your Dixie ringtone over and over again? And people that it's almost like people want you to hear their conversation.
Oh, talking so loudly?
Talking so loudly about whatever the drama is in their relationship, or I just sent you a check for $28,000. No, you didn't. I see the car you drove up in, asshole. You didn't send anyone a check for $28,000.
2001 Neon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's, and I'll probably come back to that. Like, I'm gonna get riled up the more I think about it.
Mm-hmm.
So if anyone has any comments on that one, please enlighten us.
My next pet peeve, I was afraid you were going to steal it because it is cell phone related. The fact that the fronts of cell phones, namely my iPhone and my friends' iPhones, are made of glass. So if you drop them from about 1.5 feet, they shatter. And
Okay.
It bothers me because I'm on like my 4th iPhone screen right now.
Okay. I know a lot of kids, and I will jump on this.
Okay.
I know a lot of like kids, that have worked at places that I've worked, and they all have these $200 telephones, but they couldn't fucking spring the extra $5 to buy the plastic case to put around it to protect it. Yeah, I don't understand that at all. I have one of those. I have a smartphone, and I have a nice case around it. So if I drop it, it doesn't hit the ground. It hits the case.
I have an OtterBox. It was like $45, and I put it on there, and then nothing will destroy the iPhone. But the minute I take it off for some reason, like it won't fit in my pocket or something, there you go, another screen. But you're paying $200 to $500 for a phone. It should have at least an unbreakable. They make combs unbreakable since the 50s, and they can't make cell phone screens unbreakable.
Yeah, but if you're gonna buy a piece of equipment that costs that much money, take care of it. Mm-hmm. Jesus, I've never dropped my phone on the ground, on the face. I've never, I don't know what I would have to do that. I don't know what would have to happen. I've never just, oh my God, I dropped it on the rocks. And
I don't know what happens. I think I was taking a picture. It was 2 nights ago. I was taking a picture of the English muffin pizzas I was making, and the phone just slipped out of my hand, landed on the tile floor in the kitchen, and there went my cell phone.
Well, I'm sorry that happened.
Pinterest is dangerous.
If anybody would like to buy Albie a new phone, go to our wish list. I'm sure it's on the wish list now. Mm-hmm. If it's not, we'll put it on there if you want to buy him a new phone. Don't feel like you have to.
Yeah.
Okay, you good? You get that?
I think I'm good.
We can revisit that.
Okay.
We're just sort of on a pet peeve.
It's just something that bothers me. I'm like, plastic.
All right.
Figure out a way.
Well, they make bulletproof glass.
Pyrex, right? All this stuff's been around way longer than I have, and way longer than the iPhone.
Right.
They probably just make a lot of money on replacing screens.
Sure. Yeah. Somebody told me they could make a car that doesn't break.
But then they'd go out of business.
Yeah. Right. Why would they? You can make car parts that don't ever break. But there's no money in that.
Mm-hmm.
Babies. I don't hate babies. I hate parents of babies who have become so immune to their child crying because they're so used to it that they feel that the rest of us should just accept the crying baby in the restaurant, in the grocery store, at
the park. It's ridiculous.
Well, that's a whole nother topic. When you have little kids crying, not necessarily babies, but like little kids crying at Disney World, I've seen that.
Yeah.
and you just want to grab them. What the fuck is wrong with you? You're in Disney World.
Yeah, shaking them will quiet them.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of parents look at it as we're paying money to be at this restaurant, so my kid can cry all he wants. When they should be saying, all these other people that don't love my child are paying money to be at this restaurant. Like they just don't get that. Like people aren't willing to give up their life for a while because they have a newborn baby or a small child that's not ready to go out into restaurants. Well, we still have to go out to eat. No, you don't. You have to make a sacrifice here. You made a choice. I had nothing to do with that choice. I didn't tell you to have that kid. You did.
And there are places like Chuck E. Cheese, McDonald's.
Sure.
Where
there's places where it's a lot more acceptable than a nice restaurant.
When you walk into those places, you expect a crying baby.
Right.
That's part of it.
I think at some level, certain restaurants just shouldn't have high chairs. Sorry, we don't have high chairs here. We're not really a place to bring your baby.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And everybody wants to have so many goddamn babies. I don't have kids, so I have a different view on that. Chose not to have them.
You are very intelligent. But this brings up the example of the movie. What's that movie called?
Idiocracy.
Yes. And I think it's very true. Only the people who are smart enough to wait and maybe not have children because of overpopulation and this and that, and the consequences, people that think it through and make a decision not to have children are usually more intelligent than people that just are having children and they have no idea where they came from.
Wait, listen for a second. You hear that? That's the sound of everybody that was watching our show turning off our show now. We've just alienated our audience.
Oh.
I know for a fact that there's people watching that have kids, and you're not stupid.
No, not at all. But I'm saying on if you do the averages and the numbers and stuff.
Well, yeah. So I don't love your kids.
Idiocracy.
Idiocracy. Get it from Amazon. We're going to keep doing that. Every time we do that, folks, it's just us pointing at the links to whatever we're referencing. Buy it on Amazon. Yeah, I don't love people's babies as much as they do. And I shouldn't. And it'd be creepy if I did.
Mm-hmm. You might get you in trouble.
I don't find them charming. I don't remember when I was a kid, and when they get older, I think the kids that I like the best are ages like 3 to 5. Because they haven't gone off to school yet and gotten all like fucked up from the other kids. You can still kind of mess with them. Like they'll still believe that whatever you want to tell them, they'll believe. But they're intelligent enough and they have enough communication skills to where you can negotiate with them, you can talk to them, you can have a conversation. Before that point, like when kids are just, little babies that don't talk, that doesn't really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're cute. They're as cute as the last baby I saw and the next baby I'm going to see. They're all the same to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's when they start developing that personality. But my point, once you get to that age, you should not misbehave in a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
I think I might have misbehaved. I don't even know what I did. But I think I probably did it one time, and my dad took me out to the car and beat the shit out of me. And that was it. At that point, for the rest of my life, as a child, anytime I started causing a problem in a restaurant or got close to it, all it would take was them saying, "Do you want to go out to the car with me?" "Nope, I'm good. I'll have a cheeseburger and a Coke, please. Thank you very much. This is very good." And that was it.
Same here. I never got taken out to the car, but that was always a threat. So
Yeah.
I was always well behaved because of that. But you don't have that now.
Yeah, I mean, people just let their kids, or they let their kids run around the restaurants and just run around. Like, are you kidding me? You're just going to let your kids roam because it's just safe. Because it's all these people in here. None of them are bad people. They couldn't be. They're eating at a good restaurant.
They're eating at a restaurant. This is very relaxing.
Show it to the camera. We're not actually to the point where we have product placement, but we're open to it. We're just practicing for when Rockstar Relax does pay us to drink their beverage.
Should I drink 2 of them?
I don't know. How relaxed are you?
Pretty relaxed. Did you want to try some before I drink it? In your
Yeah,
glass?
throw some in there. Put it in there. Thank you. That's good. I don't want to fall asleep.
I think it's chamomile flavor. So whatever camels eat, it's their flavor.
Oh, that's smooth. Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
It's good. It's good. It's relaxing.
So now we're gonna both fall asleep before the end of this.
All right. So babies, cell phones, parking too close, crappy produced cell phones. What else you got?
You don't have another one?
You have another one?
Do you have another one?
Yeah.
Oh, you go. I'll think about it for a second.
I absolutely hate fat chicks with small boobs.
I'm sure they hate themselves too. I mean,
I hate it so much. And I'm not trying to be, I mean, I guess there's no way to do that without being a pig, but I feel sorry for them and I detest them for not doing anything about it. Like, either be a skinny chick with small boobs or be a fat chick with a boob job. Like, do something about that. I feel so bad for them, but yeah, I hate them too. They make me crazy. It's not even, like, you can, like, some fat chicks look really good, and it's because they've got a nice set of boobs and they carry it well and they flaunt it and they know they play to their strengths and they show them off. But God, fat chicks with small boobs.
that's very unlucky.
It's just a bad combination.
Yeah, I'm sure it happens.
It does happen.
I've seen it.
I've seen it.
Yeah, either fake boobs, padded bra,
Or lose some goddamn
or
weight.
lose the gut, or chicks that don't even know they have a gut or something.
Well, that's a whole nother topic too. We can talk about these chicks that think that they're hot and they're maybe not morbidly obese, but they're fat and they should have a little more concern about how they look in their tank top that doesn't cover their belly with their
a little bit of modesty.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Just if you don't, I mean, you know what? I know I'm not a beefcake, and I don't run around wearing. I don't wear tank tops for that reason.
Mm-hmm. I don't wear belly shirts.
I wear shirts that look good on me. My shirts look actually too big on me now because I lost some weight, but I have always worn shirts that are bigger because I don't know. I don't want to accentuate my imperfections.
Yeah, women wear the tightest clothes they can possibly find, and then they buy a size smaller, and then that's what they wear.
Right. No, I'm a small. No, you're a medium or a large.
Mm-hmm.
Quit trying to squeeze 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag. I mean,
yeah. I wonder if that's a regional problem or that happens all over the world.
It happens everywhere, I imagine. Okay. Folks from around the world, let us know if that is a regional or if it happens where you live as well. Not necessarily fat chicks with small boobs, but fat chicks wearing clothes that they shouldn't be wearing. Send us some pictures.
You know where's a good example of that online? Peopleofwalmart.com.
Yes, peopleofwalmart.com. Yes. It just amazes me, and I swear it's got to be fake.
I think sometimes people just do that, go to Walmart just to be on peopleofwalmart.com. I don't know if they're smart enough to have their friend photograph it, or they just assume somebody will and put it up there. But
yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, but however, with that said, I go to Walmart and I do see that. I mean, it's not entirely unbelievable that those pictures are real.
Every time you go, you see something. It might not be as extreme as the website, but there's a guy with a mullet. There's a woman.
Sure.
There's a woman in just a shirt and panties.
There's people in pajamas and fuzzy bunny slippers and.
Well, I wear my pajamas sometimes. There.
Seriously?
I'm wearing my pajamas right now.
We need to get you some good pajamas, like something that looks like pajamas.
Okay, I think something's on the way, so I'm pretty excited to see what comes our way.
We're gonna start having guests on here, and they're gonna have to wear pajamas also. And we have a whole bunch of guests lined up, and we're gonna start interviewing people, and we're gonna go with the pet peeves for a while. We just think that's gonna be a good way to get to know people because you get a little insight into their soul. or at least how they think, maybe not their soul, but we get some idea. Like, you all learned a lot about me tonight already. Probably not flattering.
Our show's going to be all negative all the time from now on.
Right.
No.
No fat chicks with small boobs.
Yeah. There's a woman out there crying right now because he's
Yes. Yeah, she thinks I'm sorry.
Not you.
Not you. I'm talking about other fat chicks with small boobs.
Yeah.
You're probably working on it. It's glandular. You can't help it.
It's just born that way.
Right.
I mean, it's other chicks that don't watch the show.
Keep in mind, I'm not talking necessarily about all fat chicks, just the ones with small boobs.
Right. I totally comprehend. If you have small boobs, lose the weight.
I'm down with fat chicks.
Yeah. I have no problem with juicy girls. I like it.
That's all I had for my pet peeves. I had those three. I really thought we'd be able to stretch that a little further. I thought I'd go on a rant, and...
No rant?
No. And I was talking to my wife, and I said, what are my pet peeves? And she said, you don't really have any as far as I know. And she said, you're pretty laid back.
I'm pretty mellow myself.
I mean, it doesn't... And then, I'll tell you what irritates me about pet peeves is people that every other day want to tell you about their pet peeve. And it's a different pet peeve. Or say, you want to know what my pet... This is a pet peeve of mine. And they use that term way too loosely.
Yeah, there's things you just don't like. There's
sure, I mean, I don't...
happen that are unfortunate, right?
I don't like it when my TV show gets preempted for a baseball game. I wouldn't call that a pet peeve.
No, it's heartbreaking sometimes, but...
Not a pet peeve.
Not a pet peeve. I thought of a pet peeve.
Oh, good.
People that think that things are ironic when actually they are not.
Okay, the word ironic is one of the most overused and incorrectly used words in the English language.
I let it go. I don't say anything, but inside I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
So that's a pet peeve, right?
Sure.
Okay, so that's 3. I came up with 3.
That's one of those words like I hate the word. I'm so sick of the word respect being thrown around. So many people throw that word around. Like, oh, you disrespected me. I need respect, and I'll give you respect, and whatever. Who gives a shit, really? I don't. I don't care. I don't expect most people in the world to show me any sort of respect, or common courtesy, or basic humanity. I just don't expect it from everyone.
We're still a bunch of animals.
Yeah, and it's not getting any better. I wouldn't say we're getting more respectful. So I've just given up, and yeah. We turned a little more serious than I wanted to.
What about, you got email?
We got another email. And this email is from our friend Mike, who had sent us a poem, a sonnet.
Hello, Mike.
Hello again, Mike. Thank you once again for being our number 1 or number 2 fan. I haven't decided which you are yet. You're probably slightly in the lead. And Mike writes, I was inspired by show number 5. Here is a poem that is not a sonnet, doesn't rhyme, and has absolutely no class whatsoever. Okay, here we go. This is the remix of a one-hit wonder. This is part 2 of our one-of-a-kind. This year's model features an upgraded cup holder, a trusty sidekick, pajama upholstery, and complimentary maps of Vegas. My name is Chris Angel, and I approve of this ad. Please send campaign donations to Amazon.com. This show has been altered from its original version. It has been formatted to fit your internet. Rated for generally humorous audiences. Available in surround sound, but only in Spanish. Please remain seated. This ride isn't over yet. Unbuckle your seatbelts, please. There is no, I repeat, no hooker in the trunk. A new load of laundry, fluffier than ever, pressed and crisp. Don't call us fluffers. This is happening. Just let it be. You never forget your second time, mostly because you are not drunk. Remember what your mother told you. Always wear clean underwear. The joke's on her now. We are only wearing pajamas.
Wow. That's very profound.
Well, it borders on. I don't know. I feel like we should snap, or I don't know, like beatnik coffee shop poetry. It's cool. Thank you. Thank you very much. We're gonna put that in the archive with the rest of the poetry.
Kind of reminds me of a haiku, but it's not in that form, of course. But
Yeah, but it's less flowery than a haiku. Haiku is what 575.
Mm-hmm. Do you know any haiku offhand? Hmm.
Bedtime with Bruce.
No, that was going good though.
Dude, you had it. You totally had that.
Did I was into it, man. I was like, I want to know the rest. This is so good. Maybe it's partly because of this. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll think of one.
Okay.
I'll come up
well,
with
I'm
one.
sure Mike, he'll send us a haiku next.
Yeah,
maybe.
haikus. Anyone who wants to send us a haiku, please send us a haiku. We will read them. In fact, that's our challenge for you. Write us a haiku.
Where do they send it, Bruce?
bedtimewithbruce@gmail.com. And you can send anything. It doesn't have to be a haiku. It can be a comment. It can be a question. It can be a suggestion. It can be fan mail. It can be hate mail.
Topless picture.
It can be pictures of fat chicks with small boobs.
Mm-hmm. We'll look. We won't enjoy it, but we'll look.
And we might look again. I don't know. If you are a fat chick with small boobs and you'd like your picture put up on our website, please send it to us.
That sounded like one of those public service announcements at the end of a cartoon show or something.
No, it sounded like the at the end of like a talk show.
Yeah.
If you or someone you know has been a teenage prostitute
who is addicted to heroin,
please contact the Jerry Springer Show. Yeah. Okay, so what else are we talking about?
Let's see. We got cell phones, babies, fat chicks with small boobs.
I don't mind skinny chicks with small boobs.
No, that's hot.
It's just fat chicks with small boobs.
How does that happen?
It's just, I don't know. I just think it's bad luck.
Yeah. There's going to be variations, and it's just going to happen.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry. I'm really sorry if I'm hurting your feelings or offending you, or. But if I can just reach one person, if I can affect one life tonight, then I feel like I've done my job, and this was worthwhile.
What if they think they're fat chicks with skinny boobs or small boobs, but they're not?
If there is a question about this, send us a picture.
To
bedtimewithbruce@gmail.com. We will let you know if you are indeed a fat chick with small boobs or just a chick with small boobs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of chicks think they're fat and they're not fat.
Right. And I think you and I could be good for sorting out people's self-image.
Sure.
We'll be good for your self-esteem.
Yeah, we'll
really.
rate you. We'll say hot or not.
We'd like to keep you as fans of the show, though, regardless. So, I don't know.
So we can't be completely truthful.
No, we'll be completely truthful. We'll be objective, but gentle. How's that?
Constructive criticism.
Constructive. We think you need to lose weight, or we think you need to get a boob job, or that's just there's no.
What's
nice
your
way
opinion
to say
on
that.
boob jobs? You like boob jobs? I don't know.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
I've never felt fake breasts.
They've made a lot of advances
in
fake boob technology.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think the original, if you felt someone that was old with a boob job that got a boob job back in the day, it's almost I think they put sponges in there and like I don't know.
Oily rags.
I've seen misshapen boobs
right.
because of a bad boob job before.
Right.
I think now they put stuff in there to make them feel real, like you can't even tell it. It's not even like they're hard or it's
I've seen like if chicks have too low a body fat and they're at the wrong angle, like you can see wrinkles in saline bags or something.
I've never heard of that. That would freak me out.
Yeah.
That would be a deal breaker right there.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't mind small boobs. I really don't.
I don't necessarily want to get on a boob job conversation tonight
Alright.
because we actually have, in the future, we may have a guest that has had a boob job recently,
Really?
and that's a topic. We can
Okay.
talk about a boob job and talk about all that.
All right. I wanted to bring something up.
Please.
I started watching CSI again. No, I had no idea where I left off. Turns out it was the end of season 8.
Okay, so what was
So,
happening in season 8 of CSI?
Warwick had a bad day, I think. So, like, the next season starts off following up his bad day.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know what's going to happen, but I'm not going to ruin it.
Don't tell me.
Can I tell you something about that actor?
Sure.
I have a book. Once again, we're back to Vegas. I have a book written by some journalist, like the tabloid journalist. Not a tabloid journalist, but he was the Hollywood writer in Las Vegas. He wrote about all the celebrities and what's going on and all that. And people call these reporters and they give them information, they give them tips. And he got a text one night that said, what's that guy's name? Burdoin or something like that. He had Gary Dorjan or something like that, whatever his name is.
Mm-hmm.
He gets this text that says Gary Dordan is eating at whatever, this restaurant in Caesar's Palace. And so this reporter writes back, well, I'm going to need more proof than that. Who is this? And he writes back, dude, it's me, Gary. And like the text was like, Gary is in this restaurant with this hot blonde girl right now. Come and take his picture. And it was him texting the reporter himself. I lost a lot of respect for that particular actor because of that.
A lot of them do it, I'm sure.
I would think.
At least have somebody do it for you.
Right.
Or lie about who's sending it. I'm the busboy or something.
I'm the busboy. Right. I work here. I'm waiting on him right now. He's a waiter. I don't know. I think that's really cheesy.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a great show. Great show. We talked about CSI last week. Last show, I mean, I don't know when it was aired, but I think we put it up. It's down there.
Yeah.
You can get it. Amazon.com. Any season of CSI.
You can get every season at once.
Great show.
Yeah. So I'm on season 9 right now. Digging it.
Is that really where you left off? You have seen nothing past that?
Yeah.
Dude, you've got some really good shows coming up.
Yeah, well, I know a couple new actors come aboard.
And leave. Ted Danson's on there now.
Ted Danson. Lawrence Fishburne.
Lawrence Fishburne did a couple seasons. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about that because he took Gil's place, whatever that actor's name is.
Mm-hmm.
Peterson. And he was awesome. I'm a big Larry Fishburne fan.
Mm-hmm. He's been in some good things.
Trivia question.
Okay.
What was the first movie Larry Fishburne ever did? I'll give you a clue. I think he was 14 years old.
Oh, I have no idea then.
It's a cult classic.
Goonies.
Before Goonies.
Don't know.
You don't want to play this game?
Lawrence Fishburne. It's not Electric Company. That was somebody else.
Morgan Freeman.
Yes.
If you're thinking about it's the black man.
Yes. It's not Cowboy Curtis guy, is it?
Well, he was Cowboy Curtis.
Oh, he was Cowboy Curtis, but that wasn't
on Pee Wee's Playhouse. No, this was way before that. This is him at age 14.
Bad News Bears.
Okay, I'm done with this.
I'm sorry.
Apocalypse Now.
Wow, I never saw it. That's why.
Really?
Really, I never saw it.
Yeah, he was in Apocalypse Now.
Is this something I should watch?
Apocalypse Now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I own it on DVD, but I've never watched it.
Most of you own this already, though.
What it's about? It's about like the war, right? A war.
It's a story by Joseph Conrad, and the original story was about this guy who worked for this English company, and they sent him to Africa, and they sent him up the river to make deals with the natives to get ivory. That's what it was. and he was awesome. He was like the best ivory trader, and and he was very successful at it. And then his boss got jealous and cut off his supplies, and so he kind of went crazy and said, I'm still going to do this. I'm just going to do this without their help. It's going to be awesome. And he kind of went off the grid, just completely went crazy and started murdering people and treating them like slaves. And he was a god. So then they sent this other guy to go get him out of there. We need you to get out. We need you to fix this problem. So Francis Ford Coppola made this movie, and he told the story, but it's set in the Vietnam War, and it's a Green Beret colonel played by Marlon Brando, and he sends Martin Sheen, or Martin Sheen gets sent up the river in Vietnam to take this guy out. And throughout the movie, they have different adventures and they meet different people, and it's an all-star cast. It's Harrison Ford. It might be his first movie too. It's one of Harrison Ford's first movies. I don't know if his first movie was The Cowboy and what was it? What was that movie?
Star Wars?
No, where Ron Howard. It was a Ron Howard movie. I keep thinking Fast Times at Ridgemont High, but that's not true. What's the movie? What's the movie with the? Oh God, it'll come to me.
Shout it out. Maybe we can hear you.
It'll come to me.
Ron Howard films.
But
Cocoon.
No, come on, no. Previous to that, like it was like
Teenage
Kids.
Night Shift.
No,
is that him?
I don't know.
So it all
I thought Night Shift was Henry Winkler.
He was in it. Did he direct it?
No, I don't know. Okay, we've gone way off.
So all that based on the ivory trade.
Well, that's the original book, yes.
Yeah. Oh, it was a book.
It's a book by Joseph Conrad.
Okay.
An old book.
Mm-hmm.
And they retold the story in the Vietnam War. Just watch the damn movie.
I'll watch. That's my homework. I'll watch the damn movie. About soap.
Damn it. I'm trying to think of that movie that I'm thinking about.
Ron Howard? Far and Away.
No, it was a movie. It was like teenagers in some little town, and it was at the end of the movie. No. At the end of the movie, there's this dude that's been racing him or trying to race him in a pickup truck, and it's Harrison Ford. At the end, he's just. And it wasn't Fast Times at Ridgemont High, but it was the same. It came out around the same time, like late '70s. Anyway. Harrison Ford is in it. James Caan is in it. Who else? Marlon Brando's in it. Dennis Hopper is in it. Larry Fishburne is in it. And a bunch of other people that you'll recognize whose names I won't know.
Okay.
Have you ever heard the expression, I love the smell of napalm in the morning, smells like victory?
I've used it, and I've never seen the movie.
Yeah, that's James Caan.
Mm-hmm.
Not James Caan. I'm sorry, James Caan is not in this movie.
Madeline Kahn.
No, not James Caan. God damn, I always forget this dude's name.
Wrath of Khan.
Stop it. Who played the lawyer in The Godfather?
I've never seen The Godfather.
That's why I was thinking it was James Caan. It's not James Caan. It's the other guy.
James Woods.
Okay, stop.
I'm sorry, this stuff's messing me up.
Holy shit, I'm all messed up. Anyway, that saying comes from a dude that's in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like they fly down in helicopters and attack a village, and they're playing the Flight of the Valkyries. Dun, 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 dun. They all have stereos, like 8 tracks on their helicopters, and they turn on the music as they're flying in, and they blow this place up, and then they surf. Like as the battle's going on, they're all surfers, and they want to surf in this beach. It's kind of it's. I think the whole movie shows like the madness of the Vietnam War and like the insanity and how nobody really knew what was going on, and everybody was all drugged up. But then while this movie was being made, it took years. They had to do it in 2 stages because Martin Sheen had a heart attack. Marlon Brando was a problem. Dennis Hopper never learned his lines. Like he was all fucked up the whole time on drugs. And So while this was going on, Francis Ford Coppola's wife was rolling video on them. So she made a movie called Heart of Darkness: The Making of Apocalypse Now. The original book was called Heart of Darkness.
Okay.
And it's this whole film about the making of, and it shows all the problems they were having to deal with. Like Marlon Brando was overweight and self-conscious about it. So like all of his shots they filmed in like where he was half in the shadow and half out, and it worked out great. I mean, it was brilliant. It went right along with what they were doing. It's a great movie. Everyone, if you have not seen Apocalypse Now, please, for the love of God, buy it, rent it, whatever you got to do.
As my homework, I will watch Apocalypse Now.
Seriously, and we can discuss it.
Yeah, and this excites me. I have like a movie bucket list of like movies that everybody else in the world has seen that I should see, but I just haven't yet. That's a couple of them: Apocalypse Now, Godfather trilogy.
This is bothering me that I can't think of this guy's name.
Do you have a movie bucket list?
I have never seen Citizen Kane.
Wow. See, I've seen that. I love it.
And I have never sat down and watched Wonderful Life from start to finish, and I own it. I have all the old Christmas movies.
Yeah.
I've never seen White Christmas. Bing
That's
Crosby.
all right.
I've never seen that one. I mean, that's a musical.
Yeah.
I fucking hate musicals.
I love musicals. Are those fighting words?
No.
We
We can disagree. No, it's
Okay.
fine.
I love a good musical.
We can talk about that. I don't watch movies if the main character sings a song, if the main character is an act of nature, like a hurricane or a tornado or an earthquake or a volcano,
Okay.
and if the lead character is an animal.
So no Disney movies whatsoever.
No Disney movies.
Okay.
Babe, Pig in the City
Mm-hmm.
was a pig that sang, so that offended me on two different levels.
Well, that was a sequel to the original. Pig.
Well, I think he sang in the first one too.
Okay.
I don't like. Yeah, those are my rules about movies. I'll watch anything else. What was the movie about the preacher who was married to Farrah Fawcett and he caught her cheating on him and he killed the guy and it was called The Apostle. Did you see that movie? God damn it. I'm trying to think. I want to find this actor's name. Robert Duvall.
There you go.
Thank you. Okay, Robert Duvall, Apocalypse Now, Napalm in the Morning, Smells Like Victory. Okay.
Olive Oil's father, right?
Shelley Duvall?
Mm-hmm.
Is that her father?
I think so.
We need a fact checker.
Yeah, we do not have a fact checker yet. If you'd like to donate your services as a fact checker,
come on board. We'll need it. We'll need your pajama size, and we'll need to make sure you are not a fat chick with small boobs.
Yes, sorry that we are equal opportunity employer except for that.
Yeah.
And we can get away with it because we don't pay anything.
Yeah, there's no money involved here. However, with that said, we did get some hits on our ads down below, which is very exciting. We made a couple dollars this week.
All right.
So we are absolutely viewer supported. So if you want to help us out, click on an ad. You don't have to buy anything. Just click on something and give it a look. Any of these ads that are popping up down here, it helps us out. Yeah.
How much did we make?
We've made about $3.
Whoa. So what's my cut?
What do we say? 1%.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be like 3 cents. Blow it up. No, but it's not about the money. It's about the love of the game.
Yes.
However, if you want to help us, click on an ad, buy something on Amazon.
You can donate.
You can donate. You can buy us something off of our wish list if you'd like.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to.
Don't have to.
Well, we're gonna plug that every night.
Yeah.
And we're gonna try to put things that we mention underneath, so you can click on those and buy them. Easy way. If it's something you've always wanted to see. Bucket list. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about our movie bucket list.
What is your movie bucket list?
Citizen Kane is at the top of my movie bucket list.
It is available on Blu-ray, and you should watch it on Blu-ray.
Okay.
They restored it so beautiful. I mean, I saw it on DVD once, and you can hardly see it. And then the Blu-ray version, it's amazing. It's like they filmed it today. And the director was just amazing.
I know there's a sled called Nosebleed, something like that.
Something about Nosebleed, yeah.
Nosebleed.
Yeah.
Okay, so Rosebud, I know that. I've never seen Casablanca.
Wow. Those are like two of my
I know.
three favorite movies.
I
You
know.
haven't seen three of my three favorite movies, which would be Casablanca, Citizen Kane, and It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah. Um,
And we're friends?
what about, well,
Yeah,
on paper?
that's true.
What's on your bucket list for movies other than Apocalypse Now?
Apocalypse Now, the Godfather trilogy.
See, I love the Godfather trilogy. Not the whole trilogy, of course. Part three really sucked.
That's what I hear.
Everybody knows that.
But you got to buy in the set, right? So you might as well
I guess
watch
now
it
you didn't have
once.
to.
Um,
I think I have the set.
I don't know. It's hard to think of movies that you haven't seen, but until people mention them, and then you're like, yeah, I gotta watch that.
What about The Big Lebowski?
Love that film. Haven't seen it in a long time, but I really like it.
I'm trying to think what else I haven't seen that I need to see. I
You haven't seen Casablanca?
no.
Do you have an aversion to black and white, or just
No, I just don't think I've had an opportunity,
Hmm,
or I haven't taken the opportunity. I mean, I suppose it's out there on cable somewhere.
yeah, DVD or something?
I think I'm gonna buy that. I think
Yeah.
I think you got me on that. I'm gonna get some classics.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else I haven't seen that I need to see.
Mm,
That's on a bucket list.
mm,
I mean, there's movies that I missed while they were out, like Dark Shadows. I wanted to see that, and
Mm-hmm.
we didn't have time to see it, so I have to wait for DVD, and I'll get it. I mean, I will get that.
Superman 3,
Amazon. Superman. Who played Superman?
Christopher Reeves.
Oh, what was three about?
I think Richard Pryor was in it. That's all I remember.
I'm trying to. I don't remember the premise because the bad guys. Terrence Stamp was in the second movie.
Mm-hmm. Was the third movie the one with those three people that got like trapped in that?
No, that's Terrence Stamp. That's the second
Part
movie.
two. Part three was Richard Pryor, and there was a computer virus or something that Lex Luthor was trying to rob a bank with, or it was not good.
Yeah.
But we both seen that one.
I'm sure I've seen it.
And The Toy. Have you seen The Toy?
Come on, that's a great movie.
That's a great movie. I don't think you can make it today, but it was funny back then.
No, that was funny back then. Yeah. Yeah, that's not on my bucket list though.
Brewster's Millions.
If I never see The Toy again, I'm not gonna feel like there's a hole in my life.
No.
Brewster's Millions was good,
That was really
but
good.
that had John Candy also.
Have you seen a bad John Candy movie? I can't think of one. Canadian Bacon,
Yeah.
but he died during it, so you
Is
can't
that the
really
movie he
blame
died?
him. Yeah, a lot of the movie he's like facing away from the camera.
I didn't realize he died making that movie.
I
Why
could
did I
be
think
wrong.
it was? Was he in Wagons West, or that was Chris Farley?
That was Feifel.
Feifel. What's that mean?
He's a mouse, and he went west.
No. Wagons
Oh, I never saw
East.
that. East.
It was about pioneers that were like, fuck this, we want to go back. And they were trying to get a wagon train going the other way, and nobody would do it. Like, what do you mean you want to go that way? No, we're going that way. No, we're going back. We're all going back to.
The roads only went one way back then.
I thought that was the movie
Never
that
saw
he
it.
died doing. Huh. It wasn't that good.
Hmm.
It was that guy, who's that dude from Friends? Not Schwimmer, but the other one, Matthew Perry.
Matthew Perry.
It had Matthew Perry in it.
I haven't seen any Matthew Perry movies. I don't have anything against him, but
Yeah, you know what though? They used to make them all the time. I'm so glad he's dropped off the face of the earth. You don't hear anything about him either. He's not. I don't think he's married to anybody famous. I don't think he's punching photographers. I think he's probably in Las Vegas making phone calls to reporters, telling them where he's having dinner. Hey, Matthew Perry's at the Denny's on the street. Matthew Perry just got a Grand Slam breakfast.
That's funny. He served his purpose. Friends was good.
No, Friends was great.
Loved it. Saw every episode.
You know what? I liked Courtney Cox after Friends. She did a show called Dirt.
Dirt was good.
and it got canceled, and it was a good show. Like I actually got kind of sucked into that.
Cougar Town now.
What's Cougar Town about?
Um,
Is it about cougars, like older women,
Pretty
like
much.
banging young guys?
yeah, but they don't bang young guys that much. They wanted to change the title of the show, but it was already popular. So now they just make fun of their title of their show every show. It's a good show. Show.
Say show one more time.
Show. There's no business like show business. Really big show.
And then stop! Oh my God. Okay.
Sorry, I
Then,
didn't mean to show off.
then Brad Pitt was married to Jennifer
Aniston.
Aniston.
She was cute. After the nose job.
Yeah, she's hot.
Yeah.
Who else is on that show? Joey
Joey.
and Phoebe.
Yeah, what is she doing?
What has Joey done? He had a show called Joey
I liked it. It got canceled.
after one season.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Wow. How long did Joey Loves Chachi go?
I'm not sure, but it's in everybody's mind. You know, it's pop culture. Joni Loves Chachi.
You know what? And can you name 2 spinoffs from? No. Okay, hold on.
Okay, I can do this.
3 spinoffs from Happy Days.
From Happy Days.
There were 3 spinoff shows.
Okay, Joni Loves Chachi.
Yeah,
That's
obviously.
obviously we talked about that one. Laverne and Shirley.
Laverne and Shirley, very good. There's one more. You'll get it because you got the hard one. Laverne and Shirley was the hard
That was
one.
the hard one?
I think so.
Okay. I'm thinking something with an alien in it, perhaps. Mork and Mindy.
Mork and Mindy, very good, Mr. Pop Culture.
All right.
Nice job.
See, I don't know what Las Vegas means in English, but I know what spin-offs Happy Days had, right?
Yeah.
Did you ever watch Joni Loves Chachi?
I
I don't remember watching it. I remember it being on.
You're not old enough to remember it.
No, I might have watched them in reruns. What's a
Maybe.
rerun? I don't know. So you've seen like Back to the Futures, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I haven't seen all the Back to the Futures.
You haven't seen all 3?
Our producer is telling us that Joni Loves Chachi went for 2 short seasons.
Aw.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We do have a fact checker now.
We do.
Wow,
Fact
that was
checker is
fast.
back. Yeah, that's awesome.
Wow, what else should we ask for? This is pretty good.
And she is most certainly not a fat chick with small boobs.
Not at all. Very well proportioned.
Well proportioned.
We should have her on
A
the show
handsome
once.
woman.
Yes. Beautiful. Alluring. Gorgeous.
Handsome. I said it
Hot.
right. I said it right.
Okay, you said it right. I said
No.
inappropriate. Was that
No,
inappropriate?
She's beautiful.
Okay, she is very beautiful. 2 short seasons. So the seasons were too short, or it was just
I don't
2?
understand. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Scott Baio had a great. I saw him most recently on Arrested Development, which is canceled, but
Yes, that's
great
coming
show.
back.
And John Candy died while filming Wagons East.
Oh, wrong
Thank you.
again. Wrong again.
Thank you.
She said you're welcome. So I'm just gonna, unless I know something, I won't mention it.
Yeah, just be quiet.
'Cause I
Let
seem
me
to be
talk.
wrong a
Just
lot.
just be my pretty sidekick.
All right.
Be my arm candy.
Hand under the table a little bit here and there.
Okay, so yeah, Arrested Development, great show. If you folks don't watch any show, no, how am I going to say that? If you're only going to watch one show,
Watch our show.
watch our show. If you're going to watch 2 shows, get Arrested Development. Get it down here. Rent it from Netflix, whatever you got to do.
You know they're making new ones.
No, they're making a movie.
Oh, is that what they're doing? Netflix? Fact checker?
What? Arrested Development.
I heard
It's a movie.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, they're making a movie.
Netflix is producing it, though, right?
Okay. I don't know. I don't know.
She's like, I don't know.
45 seconds ago, Albie said, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. If I don't know what I'm talking about, I'm not going to say a damn thing. And here he goes. I think Netflix is producing a movie, and they're making a power drink, and they're going to fix some stuff and cure cancer. And yeah, Netflix. He's relaxed.
Yeah, I'm very relaxed. This says not recommended for children. This product may cause drowsiness. Do not operate vehicle or heavy machinery. Is it liquor?
You're not doing any of those things. No.
It says sugar free.
No.
Okay.
No, it's the chamomile tea and all these other chemicals. It's good.
It's good.
They've they've perfected it.
Hmm. So who was in Canadian Bacon?
Who was in it?
Yeah.
Okay. John Candy,
Right.
Rhea Perlman,
Oh yeah.
the comedian, the guy that just has the one-liners with the real heavy voice. The guy that would, I saw a cat by the road. Like that.
Bobcat Goldthwait?
No. Oh my God. No. It was the hell.
Henny Youngman.
Richard
Lewis.
No. The guy. Oh my God. Okay. Jesus Christ.
His name's definitely Richard.
No. I'm just throwing things out there.
Oh.
What was his name? It's the hell. You know what I'm talking about?
Who is it?
The guy with the one-liners. Like, I walked into a bar. It hurt.
Emo Phillips?
Shut the fuck up. Oh my God. The hell is his name? Fact checker.
I like her pajamas, by the way. She has no idea.
No idea. Okay. Well, fine. It'll come to me tonight, and I'll bring it up next time. Anyway, he was the Mountie that arrested them. Oh, Alan Alda was in it.
I like him.
Rip Torn.
Okay, I like him. Great name, by the way.
Okay, that's gotta be fake.
Yeah.
Stephen Wright. Stephen Wright was the comedian. That's who I was trying to think of.
He's awesome.
Richard.
Where's he been?
I don't know. He does like little cameos and stuff. He did Canadian Bacon. He's probably still living on the Canadian Bacon money that he made.
Alan Alda, your opinion?
I like him. I've been watching. I got all the seasons of MASH. That's been my latest acquisition.
Yeah.
And I've been watching all the seasons of MASH, and they're good. They're just good. And now I'm at the last season, like the farewell episode where he's
no spoilers.
Oh come on! Everyone out there has seen this.
It's been 20 years.
Fine. I'm at the last episode, and the last episode is actually pretty damn dark. Like it's darker than any of the other episodes they ever made, in my opinion.
Has something to do with poultry, right?
Yeah. No, I like Alan Alda. He's been on. I've been watching 30 Rock, and he plays Alec Baldwin's dad. Alec Baldwin was in the news for punching a reporter, a paparazzi.
He's always in the news for something.
Yeah, he really is a freak. He's in for weird stuff. Like, did he do voicemail stuff?
Yeah, like he left a bad voicemail to Kim Basinger or something.
Okay.
But like the next month, he's endorsing a brand new car, so nobody seems to care.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, he got thrown off an airplane a while back for not turning off Words with Friends.
Do you blame him?
I don't blame him. I play the hell out of Words with Friends.
That kind of brings us back to your cell phone pet peeve.
I like Words with Friends on my cell phone.
Okay. You ever play Draw Something?
No. Someone's trying to get me to play that. Like, I always get pictures sent to me, but I'm not good at drawing stuff. Like, I played one round, and I had Justice, and I tried to draw. And I tried to draw, like, the blind chick holding the scale.
That would be a good example.
Yeah, but you can't really do that on your cell phone with your finger. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, you cheat and you do it on your iPad with a stylus. But some people will like go the extra mile and draw like whole big scenes, and you have no idea what it is. And then you get those people that just write the word and send it to you. That's why I stopped playing it. Like they would just write Justice.
There's no fun in that.
None whatsoever.
That's just texting.
Right. And you're like, yay, I got points
for cheating. That's just texting words back and forth.
I cheated and nobody saw.
Do you play Words with Friends?
Yeah. Apparently we're not friends because we don't play.
Why would we not be playing Words with Friends? I play like 20 games at a time.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe Maybe it's
I'm crazy about it. I put a 99-point word down the other day on someone.
wow.
That was my biggest word ever. And I think the person that I did that to may be watching the show. Yeah, that was Joanne. Sorry about that. It was pretty cool for me. I beat her finally. I'm finally getting to the point, like when I first started playing, everybody was just whooping my ass. And they were all talking about it too, like, "Ooh, my God, John's not very good at this." And it just because I didn't really have a strategy. I was just like, "Oh, I got a word, red. Yeah, I got a word." I didn't really have a strategy. I wasn't looking at, like now when I play it, I look at the board and I'm looking for any triple letter, double word, like combinations. Like I look for that first, and then I figure out what the hell I can put in there. And sometimes it just presents itself.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time it doesn't. When I hit that 99-point word, though, I think it was zoos, Zoos, and it was 99 points.
Did you know that word, or did you just use it at random?
The word zoo.
Oh, zoos, like two more
Zoos,
more than
plural
one
of
zoo.
zoo. Yes. Did I know that word?
Oh.
No, I was just putting words together and I spelled zoo.
I didn't comprehend the word. That was okay.
Okay.
Oh man.
All right.
Maybe I will try that.
Let's get one more shot in here before we say goodnight. Rockstar, relax. You know what? I feel pretty good about this.
Yeah, it was interesting.
If you folks have any sort of comments for us, please write us at bedtimewithbruce@gmail.com. It has been wonderful having you with us this evening. We are going to start a regular show, so you'll have a schedule. We'll start posting who our guests are going to be, possible topics that we're going to cover, so you can, make plans. And like I said, if you have any interest in being a guest on our show, let us know. If you have comments, if you want to tell us that we suck and that you hate us, that's fine too. It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
We'll read everything. We'll address it all on the air. But that's it. Check out some of our ads. Buy us something. I noticed no one has sent me a fake fireplace yet. I would really like that.
Fake, so it's not so hot.
Fake. It's on our wish list.
Yeah.
We want that fireplace.
The fake one.
We're gonna turn this into like a nice parlor.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, thank you very much. Anything else you want to say before we say goodnight?
Zoos.
Good night. Thank you. We went an hour.
Sometimes I just couldn't hear you, what you were saying, so it's like, and then all of a sudden I hear fact check, I'm like, oh,
Stephen Wright. That's what I was trying to get you to find.
I couldn't even hear you though, you know what I mean?